Lance Corporal Alex Chow had never fired his weapon in anger. Not once during the entire war. He did not ache for that experience either, even with the deaths of his mother, his cousin June, and 4 friends from high school. Chow was just not that kind of soldier. Not that he floated the lover not a fighter nonsense. Chow was romantic. His wife agreed with that. But it no more defined him than did the Sigmund 45 PP snugged into his hip holster. He could fight. He had been 8th out of 60 recruits in his training pod. But all of that was a side effect of wanting to use service as a way of paying for college. OTC was not for him. Chow was a history buff and wanted to land a post-war job chronicling the expansion of the human race across the galaxy. That was who he was. And as for the flock, he only kind of hated them. Mostly he was afraid of them, of what they could do, of what they had done. Titan? Detmer Station? The Hermippe starport? All of the horrible things he downloaded from the news streams. Raids, massacres, minefields hidden in the asteroid belt. So, yes, the flock was nasty, violent and dangerous. Evil? He wasn't at all sure where he landed on that point. History was filled with conflict, with wars and slaughters, but historians tended to remain objective, to view things as cause and effect rather than good or bad. Only genocide was, in his opinion, actually evil, and even the flock wasn't trying to exterminate humanity. At least, not as far as what he'd read about them. The best thing about the flock, though, was that they were very far from Calliope Station. Since the war began, this star system had been quiet. It was strategically unimportant to both sides, which is why the station was used as a nursery, school, and library. Chow's friends, Private Chowdhury and Sergeant Koufax, were bored out of their goddamn minds, though. They wanted to be in this fight. Koufax had joined up after Detmer, and Chowdhury enlisted when her wife's patrol ship was blown out of the skies above Neptune. Yeah, they were at the shooting range 3 times a week, and anyone could read it on their faces. They ached to take it to the flock and burn some feathers. Ached for it. But not Chow. He thought about that. The differences in what his 2 closest friends wanted and what he did not, as he walked another slow lap around the interior walkway for Wheel 377.